This is our team members. Nurul Natasha Farhana binti Miskam, Hanis Raya binti Menon, Nur Ashikin binti Ismail, Nur Jannah Najmi binti Azwil, and Nurul Nabiha binti Ismail.
Introduction E-commerce. E-commerce is the buying and selling of goods or service over the internet. It's also known as electronic commerce. Nowadays, people prefer to use e-commerce to purchase goods or service. Many things can be purchased by only using e-commerce. There are a lot of benefits using e-commerce in daily life, but however, there are also threats when using this e-commerce. Income e-commerce. Income e-commerce can be classified as the total amount of money that the company receives after trading the product or service to the customer. Based on the article, it showed that Malaysia e-commerce income increased by 30% year-on-year for the first quarter of 2021, which is recorded at 254.6 billion. The sectors that contribute to the success of e-commerce are manufacturing and service sector. After that, in 2020, it recorded at 896.4 billion as an increase of 32.7% compared to the previous year. It showed a lot of improvement in 2020 because the trend of income kept increasing until the fourth quarter of that year. It's because of the new norm of COVID-19 that made people prefer to use e-commerce.
As stated in media statement for the performance on users of ICT and e-commerce by established 2022 and the first quarter 2021, the income of e-commerce had increased. E-commerce revenue for the local market generated from sale in Malaysia had increased to 21.7%, and e-commerce sale for international market has risen to 31.9% compared to 2019. Meanwhile, e-commerce income by customer type, which is business to business B2B, business to consumer B2C, and business to government B2G also recorded has increased, whereby B2B has recorded RM 449.6 billion, next B2C RM 194 billion, and B2G RM 31.8 billion. The rapid growth in the users of ICT and e-commerce has stated by the Chief Statistician of Malaysia when companies have shifted toward the digital path in line with global technological developments. Internet users is recorded an increase. Information and communication and financial takaful insurance sector fully use the internet and computer in their business. Other than that, for example, if before this the Malaysian population and housing census was conducted from house to house, but with the rapid availability of technology was implemented online, which is e-census, it is more easy, faster, and save people's time.
Next, for the potential for the market development, the first one is income e-commerce. In terms of e-commerce revenue by market segment, the local market segment's revenue from sales done in Malaysia increased. The same goes for the international market, that is also increasing. This is evidenced by Malaysia's e-commerce revenue from January to September in 2021 being 801.8 billion according to the latest official figures. Therefore, the country will become more developed with the use of technology, which is e-commerce, which increases in line with other developed countries such as the US, Russia, Korea, and Japan. The second one is type of consumers. Type of consumers can give the potential for developing market where business to business, B2B, and followed by business to consumer, B2C, and also business to government, B2G. For example, like the global B2B e-commerce market reached $5.7 trillion in 2019 and is expected to expand by 70.5% annually from 2022 to 2027 for China. China leads the world in e-commerce adoption per e-marketers. Last one is web presence. A web presence will give a collection of web files on a particular subject that includes a beginning file called a homepage. For example, most companies or organizations that have websites have a single address that they will provide. Therefore, internet and web presence usage, the percentage increase due to the rapid growth in the usage of ICT and e-commerce in Malaysia. That also shows that companies have shifted towards the digital path in line with global technological development.
Threats for market development. Okay, the first one is the expense increase. The cost of goods sold or how much it costs to manufacture the product has a bearing on the wholesale price and eventually the retail price. That magnitude of a price increase could result in significant sales decline. Second, distribution channels. Getting the product to the market is one of the costs that affects marketing. Wholesalers and distributors demands a discount to accept the product as a part of their offerings. Sales companies work on commission even if there is no middleman. Increase in transportation affect the final price and income to the company. Lastly, changes in demographic. Customers move away, grow older and change interests. If your marketing is focused on 30 years old single men in a geographic area and the population start to change to married men over 35, your marketing strategy will be have to change or different geographic area will have to be determined.
Conclusion, the use of e-commerce has a great impact on Malaysia, especially in a business such as manufacturing and service. This improvement should be continued so that Malaysia can toward to international standard, especially to the younger generation. They need to take the initiative in learning the world of technology so that it can be applied for the future. The government also needs to give initiative for those who want to venture into the field of ICT. For example, by making an ICT development training program by publishing applications and technologies that are more sophisticated and easy to apply. In this way, the country can produce quality technology companies and strong.